Okay folks, we haven't done one of these for a while. Let's see if we can make this one good. And yes, it's been a rainy day in old Sydney town. You can see out there it's a little bit eased off, but I think it's still sprinkling. So let's just get back to the progy and let's just get our shit happening. This will be a challenging one, as these are pretty much almost always. Alright, let's get this shit happening. Wondering, gonna leave it on 100. I'm really hungry folks, I'm on a diet. No fun folks, a diet is not fun. And you feel like you're starving and you're not making much weight loss progress, it's no fun. Had a meal replacement shake. I don't have time to have meals when I'm doing these demos, so this is a meal that has all the necessary nutrients as a meal replacement shake. So let's see what we do. We have here, it is, we'll just roll it across. Rockstar, whoops, it's rolling too fast. Rockstar Freeze Energy. And yeah, it's an interesting design. Let's see if we can make it look any good as a roly-poly. So we'll just quickly do that. But basically, yeah, I'm on a diet, and that includes not drinking these energy drinks. This was someone else's, this was something someone gave me, and I just tipped it down the sink because it's got too many kilojoules for a dieter, but it's good as a demo piece. Oh, should be good for a demo piece, hopefully. Hopefully that was a good roll. Looked good. Looked a bit funny at the beginning, but it looked like I had it rolling quite well. I am hungry, folks. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, it sort of looks interesting, but we've lost some of the brilliant part. That part looks good, but that looks shit house. Hate it when it's like that. But basically, yeah, I'm on a diet. I can't have like heaps of fat, heaps of sugar. I have to cut that out pretty much. But it's going to work. I've got to be optimistic about my diet. However much I hate dieting, because diets are no fun. You're missing out on shit. You know, you can't eat. In the Christmas party's not going to be much, because I won't be able to eat Christmas food. Now we've fucked it up again. So this has gone into darkness, so we've got some of that. So yeah, I'm really not. Well, I'm going to stick to my guns, and I'm not going to have any fattening like chips. I'm not going to have chips or dips. I know that rhymes. I'm not going to have chips or dips or any of that shit. I'm not going to have any of that. Because my diet is important. I'm hoping to lose weight before I get reunited with Luigi. And yeah, part of it went into darkness, that's the end, but this is what we basically want. But basically, I just have to, so I'll just put those aside, and this will be a movement piece. But basically I have to live with not having any food that's junk food. So I have to avoid the junk food, folks, and that's what I'm basically doing. So I think we've got most of these set up nicely as is. Wondering if we're going to do an enlargement or we're going to leave it at 100. Going to leave it at 100. But basically I had to, yeah, sometimes with diets you have to hang in there and keep at it. You don't want to undo the good work that you've done when you've started the diet. I know it seems difficult, and it is. It's no fucking fun being on a diet, folks. I understand. I understand that it's not, for me, it's not enjoyable, but I have to do it. I know for my intents it may not be your thing, But most people who go on diets have problems. I've actually got a dietitian helping me. I've got a dietitian helping me, so because I've got that happening, that's got to make it a lot easier, and it's easier to know what to do to diet when you've got a professional helping you. Now that looks quite nice. Wondering if we can do it more of an angle. I'm going to try that again. But basically, yeah, it's good to employ the services if you can afford it. I'm on a tight budget, but I can still fit in a dietitian for my own, because I want to lose that fucking weight that I've gained. Because being fat is inconvenient as well as hazardous to your health. And one of the things I find is if I can't pick things off the floor, or if I can't, now that looks really nice, but still lacking something. So I can't pick things off the floor. If you get too fat, you're going to have problems picking things off the floor, tying your shoelaces, cutting your toenails. These are things that you have trouble with. But basically I can't allow myself to gain any more weight than what I had. But it's not always straightforward. Some people, I had a friend who was morbidly obese, but because she was sexually assaulted and abused by her stepfather, that contributed to her problems with gaining weight. And one of the things she told me was that in some ways she felt safer if she was fat, because then she thought that the men who would try to sexually abuse her would not be attracted to her. So she sees that as a basic. So again, being fat is not just about the person being a bad dieter. It can have there's a lot of reasons why it happens. So, I don't want to make it sound that I'm blaming the fat person or the obese or the person with a weight problem. No way. It's not easy. Losing weight for someone who hasn't had those problems and many more is difficult. It's fucking hard. It is not easy. And I want to make it clear that I'm not out to persecute anyone for being obese. No. It's just hard sometimes when you have had problems with the likes of child sexual abuse. For this person that I once knew, she died. She's dead now, but I know she's in a happier place. I'm wondering if we can do another piece, or if we're going to do this one, or actually we're going to go back and we're going to just spin that one around and get a better result. But basically it's not just about the person who's got a problem with the weight. It is the problem, underlying problems. Fortunately for me, I never had what she had, dealing with a stepfather who basically fucked her. No, he did. He fucked her. He fucking made her fucking have sex. Bitch. He's the bitch, not her. It's him. I call him the bitch because he took away her fucking childhood. And she died. But the good thing was she knew she was going to a better place, that she's in a happy zone. She's not unhappy. She's gone to a really good place in a place where sexual abuse no longer exists, doesn't exist, it never has, where she's going. I'm actually thinking I'm going to use this one and make this the master copy. I do like the colour in that, but basically, yeah, I'm happy she's in a happy place. I really am. I'm glad. One of the worst diabolical things her stepfather did was to tell her on Christmas Day and he ramped up the sexual abuse on Christmas Day, and he basically told her, this is my present for you, or this is for your Christmas present. So in other words, ramping up the sexual abuse on Christmas Day and telling her it's her fucking present in so many words. What a fucktard. Fucking idiot. What a fucking mean and horrible person this stepfather was. Fuck, I just can't believe what she actually went through with that fucktard. No, I don't, and it's really not fair for a little child to have to pander to an adult's sexual satisfaction. That is not fucking fair. That is fucking stupid, and that is fucking mean and disgusting. So yeah, I really hate this person that fucked over my friend. But this friend is in a happy place, and I'm so happy for her that she does not have to fucking put up with this shit anymore. Whether it be the sexual abuse or the obesity or anything else she's had to have problems with, she doesn't have to put up with it anymore. She's in a safe, happy place, and I'm so grateful for her that she didn't have to live any longer than she did. She was a beautiful person, folks. She was beautiful, and she was so loving, and I really appreciate her in my times when I had my own set of problems. I really appreciate her, and she was that nice, and she didn't deserve the sexual assault, the rape that this person gave her. She didn't deserve it, folks. She really was a loving person, and I know that she's in a very, very happy place, and I don't have to worry about her. She's really in a good place. Now I'm trying to decide which one of these we're going to use. So I'm wondering, they look much the same, but basically I'm happy for her, and I really am that she doesn't have to put up with this earthly shit anymore. She doesn't have to worry anymore. She doesn't have to feel like she's worthless. She's worth so much, and she's in a happy place. And I know that she is just so fucking happy to be there. Whatever that place may be, I know she's in a happy zone. You can't get happier than where she is. And it goes on forever. Happiness, for her, happiness goes on forever. And if you don't know what forever is, it never ceases. It's a happy land that never ceases. It's more happier than even a techno party. Even a techno rave party, it's happier than that. It's a place that you just can't go past. It's a place that you can't describe where she is. I'm going to try and use, I don't know which one I'm going to use, folks, but basically she's in a place that cannot be described in earthly terms. It's a place where happiness goes on forever, and it's even more happier, as I said, than a techno party. A techno party is only a short burst of happiness, and a lot of the people who go to techno parties like to take drugs. So it's more fun than a techno party on drugs. I don't see drugs as fun. I'm not a person who has ever taken them. I never want to. But basically, she is in a place happier than a rave party with drugs. So she's really happy. I know she is. And the happiness will go on forever. And I feel like I'm going to be following her to the rave party in the sky, if we want to just poetically call it that. The rave party in the sky. I'm going to go there after her, and I'm going to be one of the people who goes to it. Now this is too light. So I know that I'm going to a happier place as well as she is. Or she has. She is there now, celebrating, having a big party. A beautiful party in the sky, folks. Yeah, if you're a techno raver, that's one way to describe. I love techno music as well. I've never been to a rave, but I do like techno. I really do. I enjoy the music, and I've seen YouTube videos of rave parties, and they look like they're fun. Even though I'm not like a lot of ravers, I don't take drugs. I don't feel I need the drugs. I don't need drugs, folks, to be honest. I can live without drugs, even though I like techno. And it would be nice to go to a rave party to see what the fuss is all about, why people love to rave, but I'm not going to try drugs. I'm not into drugs, but I do love rave, the concept of rave, to get down and dance and to have fun. I'm not a dancer at the moment, but I used to like getting down on the dance floor, but just listening to the music and maybe just bopping along, if not going berserk on the dance floor. But this is a really nice piece we've made, from what I can tell. But yeah, rave parties are really, I know they were big in the 90s. People loved things they like. E was a word that they liked to use. I think E is for ecstasy, one of the popular drugs of the 90s. I did a piece of photocopier art, and I had the word, it was made into the word edit, and the people who loved techno made jokes about the E in the word edit. They thought that it stood for ecstasy, but it wasn't. It was just the word edit, a 4-piece, 4 A4 sheets of paper with each letter of the word edit, because I edit my stuff. I was really big on editing my shit using a type of device known as an edit board or an editing board. So yeah, one of my favourite accessories to a colour, in particular to a colour photocopier, although some black and white and single colour equipments had them as well. They were popular then. Anyway, that looks really quite nice. I think now we can call this demo quits.